CFP, we got the Hurricanes playing Ole Miss tomorrow night. Right at this point, tomorrow night we will probably be at halftime. And then we got on Friday night, we got Indiana and Oregon. I hate these weekday games. What do you think about these weekday games before we jump into the actual conversations?
The scheduling is fucked up, Rudy. Like, what are they doing, man? They make the top teams you get a bye week, and it's one thing to have a bye week, Rudy. It's another thing when you have to wait 30 odd days to play another game. Or 20 something, whatever, whatnot. I mean, and it's a rest versus rust thing. I think that's bullshit. But when it's that long of a time of playing a real game, that's bullshit. Like, why after the SEC after the conference championships, why aren't we going right into the playoffs? And I know we want the whole New Year, games on New Year and all these other bowl games, but cancel all those other bowl games. Who's watching those shits? Did you watch any of the bowl games? Most of them. How many bowl games you watched?
I watched a couple.
How many?
Did I watch any in full? No, none.
Okay. I think I caught Michigan, Texas.
I watched a little bit of that game.
BYU.
Who the hell is BYU? Oh, George, I didn't even watch that game at all.
I caught that game.
I saw the Pop-Tart component. I watched the USC game. The way it ended against TCU. That was it TCU? No. Who did USC play?
Don't you beat me. I don't know.
Whoever USC lost to, because they lost in overtime. I watched the end of it, like probably the fourth quarter of that game. But no, I didn't watch. Hell, they had a bowl game like December 13th.
So what are we doing? Get into the playoffs. Like,
the playoffs.
Get into the playoffs, especially if the team's gonna have a bye week. Get into the playoffs, and I'm all for the bye week. You earned it. Top 4 teams, let them have a bye week.
Fuck the bye week. The bye week is a disaster. Because
all you hoping for is a 1 versus 16 is a upset that's highly unlikely. Bro, probably a 4-loss team, 3-loss team, 3-loss team for sure.
I want no 4-loss team ranked.
A 3-loss team for sure.
But then you don't. Yeah, I mean, there was some 2. Hell, Utah was 2 losses at number 15, 16.
Texas is 13, I think.
Texas was higher than them, but there was fucking James Madison and Tulane were 1 and 2-loss teams ranked in the 20s.
You could get them out.
I mean, you could. I'm not. The schedule's bullshit. The fact that we're still sitting here playing in the middle of January and play till January 19th is crazy.
With the portal,
it's destructive with the portal. There's so many things about the recruiting that go on today that I absolutely despise. I wish they just go back. I wish they would eliminate early enrollment completely. It's so stupid.
At this point,
I wish they'd eliminate it completely. I've never liked it. I think that we have people that are in too much of a rush to be adults, and most of them don't know how to fucking tie their own shoes. Like,
and Rudy, now you got the tampering, because if Trinidad is coming back, I'm trying to get him to come to my school right now. So I'm reaching out to his people and I'm saying, hey, this is what the offer is going to be. If he gets eligibility, and I want him to come to play for me. And right now, he's in the middle of the biggest game of his life.
He shouldn't get eligibility, to be honest.
You say he shouldn't transfer? Oh, none of the eligibility. No.
Oh, he's not transferring. You already said he's not transferring, but he shouldn't get.
Everybody says that, Rudy.
Well, he said it already, this week. So, I mean, the difference between him said what he said and what Jeremiah Smith said is what Jeremiah Smith said is actually the opposite of what he thinks he said. Or maybe not. Jeremiah Smith says, no way. Well, let me read this bullshit again. This double negative that means a positive. Let me read this dumb shit he said. I swear to God, people just don't understand basic, I don't know, English.
Hey, he went to a private school.
Yeah, he went to a private school. Yeah, which means nothing. By the way, for anyone that's interested, the injury report is out for tomorrow. Questionable, Damari Brown, Cole McConaughey, where the fuck that is, and Ahmad Moten, they're on questionable. They'll both play, I think. I think Moten will. Moten's going to play. That dude's going to jam his fucking ankle with a Toradol shot. He's going to play. And only probable for Ole Miss is Cam Franklin. They got 4 dudes out. Don't know who they are. Don't really care. He said something about no way, I'm leaving. That means you're leaving.
No
way, I'm leaving. Yeah, that means
negative and a negative.
That means you're literally leaving, because there's not no way. It means there is a way. like
He's not going anywhere, man.
I don't know
They're
what he's
hopeful.
I don't know what he's gonna do. Let me Nick, are you telling me, and we're not even in the damn football playoff conversation yet, but you're telling me right now the Miami Hurricanes come and knock on his door and offer him $8 million to
Oh,
come
you
play
see,
for 1 year.
I mean, that's
Like
home
I'm
team.
asking you, they paid $4.5 million for Carson Beck.
You got to consider it, for sure. I mean, that's home team. And the only
And
reason
he said a week ago that he wanted to play at Miami. He said it. He can
only
sit
reason
here
he
and
left is
massage the
because he
bullshit.
he didn't think that was on the trajectory of being a
Which
winning
is
school.
which to me is gay as fuck. But I mean, I think that's a whack ass reason. If that's your reason, that's kind of whack because you also just lost to these dudes. And he would now. Did you see the hugging fest after the game that he was doing with these dudes?
That's his friends, Rudy. Man,
No,
like you got to
no,
let that
no,
go.
no, no. I don't care that he did it. Did you see JoJo
I mean, you
Trader?
you're happy for it because you're getting
Did you see JoJo Trader though?
yeah.
If I'm Jeremiah Smith, I want to punch him in his fucking mouth. The way he's jumping around like a fucking schoolgirl.
He like, man, I just fucking
I
lost.
just lost, motherfucker. Like you laughing and giggling and shit. I could
But
deal with losing, but
but when
you
you get
laughing in my face, I'm
but
about to
Ru-
punch you in your suckhole, man.
but he's getting paid $400,000 a game.
I don't
He
know what
like
he's.
he,
I don't know
he,
what
he
he's
ain't
making.
that mad. 300,000.
I don't know what he's making. I don't know
They
what
say
he's.
4 million. So 4 million over 12, 13 games.
Is it 4 million per year or 4 million for the 2 years so far? I
Uh,
don't know. I
I,
don't know
thought
what their numbers are. They don't release this stuff.
I think it's 4 million. I
There's
mean,
no.
4 million a year would be
There's no
much more than
union.
quarterback.
It's outrageous. There's not making 4 million a year. He's not getting 4 million a year. Like, there's no way. But
I
I'm just
mean,
saying if they open if they open the quarterbacks are getting 4 million, 3 to 4. The big time QBs are getting 3 to 4.
yeah.
You're not giving a wide receiver that. If they offered him $5 million, I
But
mean,
in college football, it's different. Like a elite superstar player, it won't matter if he's a quarterback or receiver.
but none of those guys are getting more than these QBs. I'm just saying if Miami said here's a check for fuck it, here's a blank check, fill this shit out.
He's
Remember
on
that we still have to fill a roster.
that motherfucker's on the first flight to
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't care what he said on January 6th. I care about what he says. If he look, I don't think he's gonna leave, but I you just lost to these dudes. You wanted to play here. You said it. You have one last opportunity. What's to stop you? Like you won a title in Ohio State. Who the
come
fuck
on,
wants to live in that dingy ass fucking gray city?
come on
Nobody.
home, baby. Come
That's
on
not like
home.
really. Why would anyone ever want to live in Tuscaloosa, Redneck, Bama, Athens, Georgia, Austin? My sister lives in Austin, Texas.
As a Rudy, as a black man at that. Keep it real.
My sister lives in Austin, Texas. She's that city's like 95% white.
Keep it real. As a black
Like
man,
bro,
a black young man at that.
Oxford, Mississippi, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Like, who the hell wants to live these places?
They be liking the white girls. So,
Like, bro, well, that is very, very clear. But you'd have a lot even better looking white girls down here,
and that is also true.
So I don't know why you would not want to have that one opportunity because he's turning pro after next year. He's not going back for his senior year.
No doubt about it.
Why not? I mean, can you imagine? I know we're coming off topic already, but can you imagine him on the outside with Malachi Tony on the inside?
Oh my gosh.
God. My God.
Rudy's
Like I could play quarterback.
Horny.
I could
really
play
excited.
I could play quarterback for that team. Just throw the ball in the air and someone's gonna catch it. Carson Beck sitting here like motherfucker should have been here this year.
This year.
But no, I think with the scheduling is a mess and they should just start off right after the conference championship.
What are you waiting for?
Just start off, go 1-16 like you should have always done. It's amazing how I've been saying 16 teams forever. I've been saying 16 teams for a decade. I know we had to have a podcast to talk about it, but I've been saying I want 16-team playoff for a decade. When they started off with 4, I was like, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
This is so dumb. Just go like every other division. 16 teams, 1-16, 2-15, and every game's on the road. And hell, I would have every game on the road until the Final Four. Fuck the bowl game bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
I'd run home games until the fucking last 2 games.
I agree.
Period.
I agree.
And if you want to, and you know how I would run it? I'd run it the right way. I wouldn't run it the way I wouldn't run it like the NCAA tournament. I'd run it like the NFL. So if you're 1 versus 16, but 16 wins, well, if 2 wins, 2's playing 16 next. I'm not giving you an easier game because you beat number 1.
Yeah.
So you're not playing 8-9. You're playing number 2 if 2
Yeah.
wins. Like now the NFL is one versus, one is going to play if one if what if so if 7 beats
You
2,
play the worst team.
you're playing 7. You're not playing 4 or 3. Like you're not playing a better
And,
team. You're playing the worst team
and
because
you
you earned
deserve
it.
that.
You
What's the
earned
point?
it.
What's the point of being a number one seed
I agree.
or,
I mean,
or a top team?
I get it in basketball because they regionalize this shit and they
Yeah,
got
you got it. You have to do it. It don't make
but
the
but in football, nah, bro. We will reseed this shit every single round. 1 through so 1 versus 16. 16 wins. 16 is playing number 2 with 2 wins.
yeah.
And if 1 and 2 and if 1, 2, 3, and 4 lose, then 16 is playing number 5.
Yeah.
and you do it home field, first round, quarters, and then semis. You go to play. You could play in neutral sites if you want to.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I agree.
Hell, but this shit where these guys are playing Thursday and Friday. If this game was on Saturday, I'd be going to it. Like there's so many headaches and logistical headaches of going. For anyone going, I hope you have a great time. I hope your travels
On
are safe.
Thursday, you're
Like, bro, my son has a basketball tournament this weekend,
you,
which also causes me a problem because I couldn't
right.
have even gone with that because of that shit.
Yeah.
But in a regular situation, yeah, if it was on a weekend, I'd be flying to freaking Phoenix.
Yeah.
Can't. I know a guy who went to the game at Texas A&M. He went to Dallas and he's going to Phoenix.
Enjoying life.
Like he's literally leaving work every week. I mean, he has the ability to do that, but it's like, yeah, it's crazy. The tickets aren't that expensive. Like you can get upper level tickets for like less than $100 again.
Yeah.
But the plane ticket to Arizona is like $1,000. It's fucking nuts. So what are your thoughts of these 2 games, Nick? I haven't talked too much about this shit. What do you think of the Miami game against Ole Miss?
Man,
I did my preview already. I don't know if you saw it or not. I've said my piece on this game. I'll say some more after you talk. What do you
I'm
think of
pretty
this game?
sure I know what you talked about for the most part. That Ole Miss hasn't played a defense like this, and I don't think they have.
They haven't.
So I also think Trinidad Chambliss. He's been amazing. He has to continue for them to have a chance. Let's keep it real. Ole Miss is an amazing story.
Mm-hmm.
They have
absolutely.
Look at their schedule though, and really dive into what they've done. They escaped by Arkansas. They skated by Florida. They skated by, I want to say Washington fucking State. But it's a nice story. Their coach is gone, so they got even more of a chip on their shoulder. Like, let's go out there and throw old fuck you to whole ass Lane Kiffin. That's what's going on right now. So it's a cool story, but they're outmatched. Trinidad will literally have to he can't play like Trinidad Chambliss. He will literally have to dive down into his fucking solar system, and he have to play like Vince Young. He had to pull out a Vince Young game, or he have to play like Cam Newton. The game he had last week, he has to double that times 2. And we thought last week was phenomenal. Like he looked like Patrick Mahomes, and he looked like young Russell Wilson. I know you don't like him, but that's what he looked like. Escaping from defenders and making the plays. That's how Russell Wilson looked before, Rudy. Don't make that fucking face. That's how he looked. But he'll have to have a game like that. I don't think.
He also had Marshawn Lynch playing running back. Okay.
I don't think that their team is good enough to handle the pass rush. And what people get lost in about the UM because of the pass rush and Bain and the rest of the guys is that the secondary is playing good.
Mm-hmm.
The secondary is playing phenomenal. They're playing well. The only thing is, I'm gonna tell you this though, is Carson Beck cannot be Trent Dilfer. He cannot be Trent Dilfer the whole playoffs. Eventually, he's gonna have to have a game like he's been having most of the season, where he's between 250 and 300 yards. I think he's between.
That's been strategic though, man. That's not because
I get that also, but eventually it's gonna call for him to actually have to make some more plays than in the air than he's been pedestrian with the 100 yards per game. Rudy.
Have you watched this team play?
Who, Ole Miss?
Yeah. Like, have you watched their games?
I have watched about 4 of them, to be realistic.
Okay.
Both Georgia games. I watched Kentucky week 1, but Chambliss wasn't even playing.
Yeah, it was Austin Simmons.
And it was one more. It was later on in the season.
Mm-hmm. And your thoughts?
LSU.
Oh God, that game was terrible.
Their defense, Rudy, they give up.
That game was so bad.
They have given up over,
That game was so bad.
and they have given up over 20 points about 7 times this year. And the other 2 games were 19. Has given up over 20 points. What, 3 games? Florida State. I won't even count that one. I'm not counting that one.
Miami gave 24 to Notre Dame. They gave
SMU
20,
and
22
Louisville.
to 22 to FSU, 24 to Louisville, and 26 to SMU. But that was overtime. It was 20 at regulation.
Exactly. So you're going against an elite defense right now that's cooking. They're cooking. So if Trinidad is not playing like Vince Young or Cam Newton in their heydays or Michael Vick, then they have no chance. Simple as that. Simple as that with this game.
That's the name. That's the name. I only ask you how much you've seen them play because I've been literally watching all their games.
You went back and rewatched them, or you watched them the whole season?
I watched the ones that I thought were the most important games to watch. I had no reason to watch the Florida game again because I saw it. And I know that they were still trailing 24-20 in the fourth quarter to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that I did rewatch the Kentucky game because I didn't even realize that was the game that Austin Simmons played. But I still want to see it because it was one of their closer games against bad teams. Like they had multiple before people say, "Oh, Miami lost to SMU, Miami lost to Louisville." Well, Louisville and SMU were 9-4. Like,
they were solid teams.
Can we stop this shit? Like they were 9-4. You act like they were 6 and not you, but people act like they were 6 and 7 or 5 and 8 or something like that, or 7 and 6. They were 9-4. SMU was one screw up game away from playing for the ACC championship and potentially being in the playoffs. And Louisville was 7-1 going into the first ranking of the season. Like they were number 15 in the first CFP poll. People like ignore this shit because of this SEC blowjob that never stops. Those are two solid teams, and Miami still should have won both of those games. Yeah. And then I'm not saying we shouldn't. We still should have won those games. The SMU game we had won. And I don't like to blame officials or blame calls because I thought we did a lot of dumb shit in that game, including coaching. And I think the coaching over the last 6 weeks has gotten way better because they finally woke the fuck up a little bit and said, we can't win this way. I also wonder how healthy Carson Beck had been going in at that point. But Jesus Christ, man, like, why is it constant that every time Miami loses a game, it's the team is trash? Yeah. Well, against every team that wasn't good, it was a blowout. Like there were no close games.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that Miami Stanford was a close game. Miami won 42-7.
There's 2 halves in the game.
I don't care that it was 7-0 at halftime. They won, or 7-7 at halftime. It was 42-7. Syracuse was 38-3 in the last minute of the game. Like the scores. The Virginia Tech game was not close. They were up 27-10 in the fourth quarter. These were blowouts. All of these games were blowouts. Miami beat South Florida by 37. By the way,
Florida State was a blowout.
It was 28-3 going into the fourth, and Miami turned this shit off. Like I'll give you an example. Florida State ran 83 plays against Miami. 36 were in the fourth quarter. Because Miami just turned off everything offensively, defensively, went completely shell coverages and just trying to keep them in front of you. Don't get beat deep, but you end up being on the field forever because you're giving everything up. And then you don't do shit on offense, so that you created that situation for yourself. But Notre Dame, we were up 24-10 in the fourth on these dudes. We gave it away because we went conservative. Like these are the types of things that Miami did early on this year, but every one of these games was a blowout. Notre Dame wasn't a blowout, but we were in complete control for 3.5 quarters. And that shows when you make a mistake, when you screw around, you can let a great team back in the game real fast. I mean, hell, Ole Miss did it in the damn ball game. They're up freaking 10 points with 9 minutes to go. And Pete Golding decides, I'm going to go into a prevent defense, basically, and they're going to march right down the field on my ass in 2 minutes, and it's 34-31, and then I'm going to punt it on 3 and out. Yes, they got away with a major face mask that they did not call, but 3 and out, it nonetheless. And you gave them the ball right back, and you on 4th and 9, you dropped into a zone as if Gunnar Stockton can't pick that shit apart when you got no pass rush. And they did it twice on that final drive. And I thought Georgia was going to come back and win that game.
If you don't got no pass rush, it don't matter what you play.
But you were in a zone and you have no pass rush. So if you have no pass rush and you're in a zone, well,
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
he's gonna drop that shit right in there.
I can take my time. I don't gotta rush. I can wait till you find the perfect spot in the zone. But that was a good throw.
It was a good throw, but he's a. I'm not saying he's a pro, but he's a top level college quarterback to people. Yeah. Not to me, but to people.
Gunnar Stockton, I love that.
You couldn't stop Gunnar Stockton, bro. Like they put up 39 on y'all in the first game y'all played against them, or whatever it was. 43. 43. Like this team has given up 30 plus points like 5 times. They've been gashed by people. For fuck's sakes, Miami played South Florida, the one team that I really consider tempo, because it's funny how the national narrative is, well, Miami's only played one tempo team, SMU. No, not true. FSU was a tempo team.
Yeah.
FSU came in no huddle. FSU at the time was averaging 700 yards a game, banging it all over the place. I know they had lost to Virginia. They scored 38 in that game.
Yes.
Like they were tempo as
Matter of fact, he caught the touchdown in the back of the end zone and dropped it at the last second.
Dropped it because otherwise we might have a 4-0, top 5 matchup, Miami FSU game, and then that 28-3 even looks more impressive, because I think after Miami kicked their ass, they kind of like just tanked the whole season at that point. Like mentally, we're done.
You lost 2 games. Like you shouldn't, because it's different. It's
you're right, but it's like they got mentally like cooked.
Bam Adebayo. God damn it, all over again.
What?
No, so you said mentally. They just got
mentally cooked. They're cooked. So, but those are tempo teams. So when people say, "Oh, we ain't played tempo," bullshit. We played tempo. We played tempo multiple times. I think Byron Brown's better than Trinidad Chambliss. Like, can we stop this shit? That dude is 6'3", 235. He rushed for over 1,000 yards, Nick. Yeah. Against Miami, he had 13 carries for 2 yards. Do not tell me that Miami can't. No, Byron Brown.
Okay, yeah.
USF QB. He's not going to Auburn. Yeah. He rushed for 1,008 yards, and against Miami, he rushed 13 times for 2 yards. We stuffed that motherfucker all game. And you know what we did early in that game? Exactly what we need to do against Ole Miss. We busted their ass right down the field, scored 2 touchdowns immediately. We're 14-0. Game's over.
Yep.
Why? Because now you know they're going to throw that ball. They're not going to run the fucking ball. They're not even going to try to run the ball because that's just they're going to be mentally frazzled. Yeah. Well, how does the tempo work against you? You march 10 plays, 80 yards, 6 minutes. The defense is tired. Go 3 and out. I do it again. 3 and out. Oh shit! It's 21-0. The game is over. Miami plays like they played versus Ohio. If they had played Ole Miss last week the way they played Ohio State, they'd be up 30-0 at halftime. Because Miami left points out there against Ohio State in the first half, in my opinion. They should have been up 3 touchdowns at that point. But we also played based on the team we were playing.
Yeah.
There's no need to take stupid risks against elite defense. And Ohio State has elite defense.
Yes.
I'm not going to sit here and say otherwise. They have elite defense. Ole Miss? Do you know that Ole Miss's defense is worse than Miami's defense last year?
Yeah, they're bad.
They give up more yards than Miami's team did last year. Not more points, but more yards.
That's why I say.
And yards has always been how you determine defense, not points.
Trinidad has to be special for them to have a chance. Like all-time great special. Because the other two teams in the playoffs can play defense. Everybody plays defense. Only one team that doesn't play defense.
Ole Miss is Miami. Ole Miss is Miami last year.
Ole Miss is Miami. It looks real familiar. When I said he looked like Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes, he looked like Cam Ward also. That's how Cam Ward looked last year.
Unless he looks like the second coming of Michael Vick.
Vince Young has to pull off some.
I don't want to hear. Like unless he looks like Michael Vick. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any more about how his legs are going to beat Miami. Miami has shut down every mobile quarterback all year.
And his legs, he's not even like he extend plays. He's not like an overly runner. He had like a game over 100 yards or so. But
no, he ran. And here's the thing: he ran the ball more than Marcel Reed did. He ran for more yards than Marcel Reed did, and people said Marcel Reed was going to kill us on the ground. And I said to somebody, he runs more than Marcel Reed. Oh, he's not a runner. Well, he is comparison to Marcel Reed. If he's not a runner, then what is Marcel Reed? Because, he extends plays. You know what he does? Yeah. He extends everything to the right. He goes to the right all the time. He is – if I see this and I'm only watching TV film –
blitzing from the right.
Like he's running to the right every
Yeah,
time.
I'm
But then he
saying.
rolls out.
You
Blitz him from the
so you
left.
blitz from the left,
Yeah,
blitz from the left.
he blitz from the left. Like so, if I'm watching this from a regular TV and they got all the angles right on film, because you have all the angles on film sites.
All the angles.
So you're seeing everything from the end zone view.
You watch every play 10 times,
Dude, come on, man. Like
dissect it.
I'm seeing this on ESP on YouTube replays and shit, and ESPN replay. I'm like, bro, he gets the ball. Oklahoma. Oh my god, I
I
don't know
mean, he
how
went left on that one play.
I don't know how Oklahoma didn't beat them. You know how Oklahoma didn't beat them? John Mateer's fucking awful. That dude couldn't hit. If John Mateer was sitting in the ocean, he couldn't have thrown the ball into the ocean. That's how off that dude was coming off of a hand injury. Now I don't know if he can throw or not, but in that game, I mean, he was missing dudes that were so open. And you're sitting here like, bro, if you just hit these guys, you're winning this game.
Yeah.
And they're susceptible as hell to the big chunk plays. They get beat big plays all the time. They
Carson
give up
Carson Beck should put up 250.
Beck's gonna throw for 300. Beck's gonna throw for 300 yards, 250 to 300 yards.
I think we should actually get a chance to really see that Malachi Tony is a motherfucking beast. Like it's been like
you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it tomorrow night. Who can guard that dude? And then I heard another thing. Like, look, I'm not dismissing Ole Miss. Can they beat Miami? Absolutely.
It'll be a cool story. Cool story.
Absolutely. Anybody can beat anybody on any given damn game. You make one or two bad mistakes and the whole game goes to shit. Okay? But if they don't make mistakes, if neither team makes mistakes, who wins this game? Miami wins this game by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
If nobody makes mistakes. Because Miami's offensive line is going to put those defensive players into the dirt. Into the dirt. Welcome aboard. Oh, Garrett Nussmeier. Oh, my God. That guy's horrible, too. I watched the LSU game. That dude was terrible. Like
the number 1 draft pick coming into a top 5 draft pick.
Bad. And it wasn't shit that Ole Miss was doing. It's like these guys just, their schedule. Bro, they said after the Oklahoma game on the broadcast, they said, hey, if they win, they're not going to lose another game because there's nobody left to play.
No.
Their schedule is terrible. Like, their schedule was on par with A&M's schedule. Complete dog shit.
They only had Georgia.
They had Georgia and Oklahoma offensively was coming off with John Mateer having the week before that game, Oklahoma lost to Texas 23-6.
No, we don't consider Oklahoma I
don't consider them shit. Yeah. I don't consider them, but people do. Yeah. And it's like you played Georgia and you lost. And then you got a rematch that you got kind of lucky to win because you were down 9 at halftime and you had Kirby Smart doing the dumbest shit I think either of us have probably ever seen in our lives, going for it 27-24 from your own 30, 25-yard line. With
you couldn't stop him. He figured it, keep the ball out of his hands.
You don't go for that shit at that point. That made no sense. Made no sense. But, yeah, Trinidad Chambliss, look, Ferris State, the team he left last year, they just won a national championship again. So they're back-to-back champions. So was he the reason that they won, or was it they just have a great program at Ferris State now? I don't know. I ain't watch him play.
I ain't watch him play, but I seen him in Division I to know he's good enough to.
Yeah, because no one knew who the fuck he was. Were you watching film on Ferris State?
No, they didn't even know what the hell that was until the other day.
Did they even have film on that guy?
Did they even have film on him? Like, okay.
I mean, they give a 35 to Arkansas.
Good job to Lane Kiffin finding him.
They give 35 to Arkansas. They give up points, man. People think Miami's the offense thinks Miami's going to run this ball down their throats. Carson Beck's going to have guys wide open the entire game. The Miami offense line's going to keep him clean. They're not going to get near him. And, I mean, this is not me saying this shit egotistically. This is just statistically the probabilities based on the statistics that exist, that the probability of them getting near him is very, very slim because they also don't blitz. Ole Miss doesn't blitz very much. In fact, they're one of the lowest blitzing teams in the country, which is also proven by Golding not going into a 3-man rush on a 4th and 9 in a zone defense. With
a lot of coaches do that, man.
I hate it. I think you put pressure and you jam up. Up at the line,
and then it happens, and you're like, "Why are you blitzing?" It's a cat.
Well, Oklahoma blitzed the entire game against him. They blitzed but they blitzed in stupid ways. Like, Nothing was disguised. It was just we're coming.
I like that. I like cover zero. I'm a cover zero guys. I like we line up all on the line, but you got to have DBs that know how to handle cover zero, who don't get nervous, who don't piss their pants when they see cover zero, because there's so much things you got to watch. Like, is somebody staying there extra to block, so they're gonna have a little extra time? Did your guy add when they have that? When their guy stayed in the block, did that guy add to him, or did he stay in coverage? If he stayed in coverage, that means that quarterback will have a little bit more time. That will happen to what happened to Jalen Ramsey over the weekend, just sitting on routes because he thought, cover zero, we're gonna get there. Short route. The receiver ran passes as that was looking crazy. Because in cover zero, you're expecting shit to come out quick. Like so, but there's other shit that happen. Other teams know you're in zero. What they're gonna do? They're gonna keep protection there so they can have a little bit more time. And now you got to make the adjustment as a DB. You got to have your eyes open to what's going on, not just at your receiver, at other shit on the field to know what's going to happen in that situation. So I love cover zero. I knew a lot of other players on my team. Nah, the coach don't call that shit. Nah, I'm like, man, coach, call it. Like, because I'm going to read it. I'm going to say if there's nobody that's staying in to provide extra blocking, that ball has to come out in a second unless my blitzer don't go when he's supposed to blitz or he's really, really late, then I'm fucked. But, if we practice it enough, man, cover zero is a special thing. But if a team knows it's coming, they get game plan around it also. I mean, so I don't know. There's different ways to run your blitz and how you want to go about it. Each coach is different in their philosophy. Some people show their cover zero, some people don't. Some people just come with fire zones. Just depends on what your flow is, but you have to have the people on the back end to understand, what the hell the coach is doing and what other players around you are doing. If you don't understand what other players around you are doing, you're gonna get killed. Like a lot of people just know their job. Mm-hmm. But when you become truly great at football or any sport, it's when you know what other people are doing.
Well, that's the differentiation between great players and not great players. You know what?
Because early in my career, Rudy, I only knew what the fuck Nick Taylor was doing. I only knew what I was doing, and if I had to switch to another position, that's sort of similar, I knew what that position was doing. But I didn't know what the D line was doing. Like, what gap is they're blitzing to? What can happen if they get picked up? Is this a blitz that can get picked up or whatnot? Like all those nuances made me a better player later on. I wish I knew this shit early on in my career. I'd have been back in the NFL easily because it wasn't my talent. It was just I just came from basketball. So
you didn't play. You had
to came from basketball. So when I got back to football, this is a whole different fucking style. This is like it's different from high school. It's like, well, if this and this happened, and this cannot possibly happen. Like, whoa, what the hell? We're not just playing man. That's not just my guy. What are you talking about? No, it's this zone, this is man. But if he goes under, that's really not your. There's a lot of other shit that goes into football. And a normal person who just sits on their couch and watches, like a lot of these fans, not talking about you, Rudy. I'm talking about
that's what they don't get. Is like they think they know, they don't know.
They think it's just a fun sport. Like, oh, they're just guys just running around on the football field. They don't know you are in the fucking facility for 8 hours. Watching film. This is like the only fun day, really. Like unless you just
game day,
a lover. Only it's game day. Like, but Monday, Tuesday, with day 1, day 2, day 3. Like, Lord have mercy, film. I go to practice, then you leave practice, you come back and you watch film. It never stops. So people don't know all the intricacies of the sport. They just think, oh, he's not a good quarterback and this and that and that. It's a lot of other things that play. My left guard is getting his ass tore up. So I got to come off my long development. Like it's a lot that goes on in football to the untrained eye that they don't actually understand.
So I need you to train these idiots now, because I'm not the people in the chat, but I need you to train the idiots in the country or whoever watches this podcast.
Try.
I need you to train them and explain to them why this constant narrative that Carson Beck just throws a whole bunch of interceptions is completely unfair.
Only has 10, right?
Yeah. Well, he has 10. He has 10.
4 was in one game.
Yeah, but tell me why it's unfair.
Why is it unfair?
You were at the game and we kind of see it the exact same way. So
because there's dumb interceptions and then there's interceptions where the mother effer made a play, and sometimes players make a, and you have to congratulate them, like, hey, you made a play. And Louisville, they made a lot of plays. Who else? The SMU interception. That could be between him and Tony, but for the most part, he don't have dumb interceptions. Like my left guard got tore up, and I was trying to throw the ball and I got hit. The ball fluttered, That's not on me. What y'all want me to do? I didn't think he was gonna get beaten a half a second when the
And
players along develop a route.
on fourth and four.
So you have to look into other things. Some quarterbacks just make dumb, errant interceptions. They got fooled, tricked by defenses. I don't think most of his interceptions are tricked by defense. I think they were just circumstantial interceptions. To be honest with you,
like the one that we went back and forth on, because you were at the game with me, was the one with Tony where he's wide open. He's got him by 3 yards, and people think, oh, he's covered. No, that's wide open.
Yeah,
you're 3 yards. You're wide open. Like
on this level, yeah.
You're wide open, and heck,
on the next level, a half a yard,
a half a yard, a 1 yard. Like it's a space this big. You can't wait for the guy to come out of his break. You're throwing it before he breaks, type shit.
You throw guys open.
So Malachi's open. He beat the guys, and that DB came from all the way across the field. And there was PI on that play. It was PI because at worst Malachi might break that shit up at worst, but he got tackled. The one that was deep, it's a jump ball. Receiver, do your fucking job. Knock it away.
Your receiver. I didn't beat him. And granted, those are plays that are designed to hit home runs. So usually when you have a double move that's specific, you done ran a couple routes that soften up that DB to think that what's coming is a short, and then you hit him with a double move. So you're locked on there. More than likely, you're locked on there. You're not gonna hold the ball on a double move because that's a play that's one of your golden plays. Like we're expecting to hit big on this play. And the DB didn't bite, was in great position. And then at that point, I'm hoping that the receiver just goes up and he becomes the defensive back in that situation. And that didn't happen. And I'm gonna give a little bit to Carson on that one, but not fully because that's one of your I got you plays.
And then the third one was a 4th and 4 from midfield. And he gets an unblocked blitzer, or hell, right? The guard just was not there, left guard. And he just throws the ball in the air because if he takes the sack, it's at midfield. And people are saying, "Oh, you suck. Why'd you take a sack?" Well, what the fuck was I supposed to do?
Yeah.
He threw it up. It was picked, and yet the next play we get the ball back on a fumble recovery. And then the final one, we all know that was a hot read, and the tight end fucked up, and everyone knows it. But yet, oh no, Carson Beck is this. It's a narrative. Then they run the same narrative against SMU. He threw a pick on SMU where the ball hits JoJo Trader in the fucking chest. And it could have been a touchdown, but turns into a pick. And that last play with Malachi Tony ran the wrong route. He drifted into the end zone. It was a crossing route.
That's why you can't always just look at the stats in certain situations.
Like he threw his worst pick to me versus Pitt. Yeah. We were 31-7. He just threw the ball right to the wrong team.
Yeah.
Like against South Florida, he threw a couple. Both of those were bad.
Every quarterback get about 2-3 of those.
Both of those were bad.
That's like
the ones against Louisville and SMU, like this. Oh, he just gives the ball away. And last year at Georgia, he had the most drop balls in the country by a wide receiving crew. Mm. And he maybe tried to play hero ball because they kept dropping the fucking ball. I don't know what, but yet Marcel Reed has the same goddamn numbers going into the playoffs, but Carson Beck's the guy that throws a whole bunch of picks. They had the exact same touchdowns and picks, but Carson Beck's. I talked to a guy today. I don't trust him. Why don't you trust him? Because of a national narrative that's been created. Like it's almost embarrassing that these people are football people on TV and they run with this shit. I've never seen anything. It just tells me you didn't watch the game.
Yeah.
The
stats. You watch the stats.
You watch stats, and I watched Trinidad Chambliss. He's only thrown 3 picks. Congrats. You know what I know that means? It means you never take chances. That means you never take chances.
I mean,
it means you almost never, because I watched Oklahoma. He threw the ball out of bounds like 10 times. He just threw it away.
So I mean,
he's under duress. He keeps throwing it away.
I want more quarterback.
And he only completed 55% of his passes against Oklahoma. If Miami has him at 55%, Miami's going to win that game by 3 touchdowns. Because he completes 66%. If he's only at 55%, that means Miami has him running for his goddamn life. And even against Oklahoma, he also throws the ball low. He had 7 passes knocked down or something like that. Like it was like a volleyball session at one point. They kept knocking his shit down. Huh?
Not the biggest quarterback.
He's only 6 foot. He's listed 6 foot. So he's 5'10". He's 5'10". He's a 5'10" QB. I mean,
who would you like to see? You want to win the game. Who's the team that you think you match up better against? You want Oregon, you want Indiana?
Match up.
Oregon.
I don't think Oregon's that good.
So you rather Oregon, but the game that's
Well,
probably
the
better.
game, the game that I want to see is Oregon because of the Mario Cristobal component. I think that's fucking cool.
Mm.
Do I? I don't think. Look, man, I don't think Fernando Mendoza's that good.
God,
I don't think he's that good. Like
I'm not impressed.
he's just like right now. If you were if you just came off a bad season in the NFL, and I'm looking at these quarterbacks, I'm sitting here saying I'm trading down.
Rudy,
I'm trading down.
none of these motherfuckers was nobody considered any of these guys a top draft. They said this was one of the worst quarterback drafts.
Horrible.
Matter of fact, beginning of the year they had freaking Nussmeier and freaking the guy from
Benched.
South Carolina is the top quarterbacks to start the season.
And they're benched.
They're not even. Their teams is 5, 6. What South Carolina won? What, 4 games, 5 games?
Well, Lenora Sellers, they were like 4-9.
They would compare Lenora Sellers to Josh Allen to start the season. Where has that gone? Nutsmeyer, I don't know when did he become a top quarterback? They as
no clue.
The number 1 quarterback coming out this year.
No clue.
None of these quarterbacks have proven more than 1 year or half of a season that they have the enough. You don't have to rush this process just because it's a quarterback. You don't say, we have to get a quarterback. You can build your team and you can catch these guys in the 2nd or 3rd round where they deserve to be, and you can say, hey, if if you're better than whoever else we bring in, but don't have to guarantee these contracts, number 1 draft pick and signing bonuses to a guy just because he's a quarterback. I always felt this way about quarterbacks. I told you this before. Like, y'all just give quarterbacks money just because they're the quarterback. And I know they're they have a lot on their table. They have to know the O-line do. They got to know what the receivers do. They got to know the protection. They also got the running back behind them. But that doesn't mean that they're worth more than other players. Because I always come back to this one. This is my favorite one. Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. Like, everybody knew Saquon made Daniel Jones. But you give Daniel Jones $40 million and you're fighting to give Saquon Barkley any dollar that he deserved at that time. Those are little things. None of these quarterbacks are should be drafted on the first day. None of them. And
that's why, like, I don't find any of these guys to be all that good. So I don't think Mendoza's that good. I think I know.
What was Dante Moore? What was Moore doing a year ago, 2 years ago?
Trash. He was at UCLA.
What was Mendoza doing last year and the year before?
6-6 last
okay,
year.
they were okay.
Like I'm sorry, and I know Cam Ward was 6-6 too, but Cam Ward got to finally play with some talent. And I'll be real, Kurt Cignetti's a masterful coach. I think you could put a lot of guys in that position.
But Cam Ward also had a lot of experience.
Yeah, he was like 36 years old. I mean, he was like in the 6th year playing college football. I think it was 5th or 6th year.
Like potential. I get the potential. Potential is a big word, but sometimes it's not worth it.
People keep asking. People keep posting stuff. How did Miami let Mendoza get out of here? Because he wasn't good. Like, why is this one so complicated? It's like they look for a reason to criticize. And I'm a very big. See, this is what kills me. People say, like, I'm a Glazer. I become a Glazer. I'm a homer. Man, I ripped Mario Cristobal's asshole. What are you talking about? Like, I called him a coward midseason. I was shredding both of those guys midseason. Like, so before anyone tries to come at me and say, oh, yeah, I only picked Miami to win. This year, yeah. This year, yeah. But in previous years, no. And I didn't have a podcast to do it with, but I was the guy on Inside the U that was saying we're going 6-6
every year,
and I would get killed for it.
Another 6-6 year. Another 6-6 year.
And what happened? We went 6-6 almost every time. Like, it's just insane. And so I don't. Mendoza wasn't good, bro. He went to Columbus. He wasn't very good. He had one offer. He was going to Yale, and then Cal offered him, and he went to Cal, another great academic school with better football. But, like, dude, that's his only offer. There's a reason he wasn't offered. He wasn't that good. Like, that's the whole thing. He wasn't good. So, like, y'all, people acting like a certain way about this dude. I watch him play.
You can get better, though.
Solid. He's gotten better. Is he elite? Fuck no. Like he made that throw that they're fucking jerking his fucking nuts off to against Penn State, bro.
That was more of
That
a better catch.
that damn wide receiver put his fucking chin under the over the rim. Like that guy went up so damn high to get that ball.
And
The
Rudy,
ball was overthrown.
and they got the ball, and got the nerve to get both feet in.
Oh my god, he toe touched that bitch. I mean, that was incredible. And you're gonna give the credit to the quarterback? That was like the San Antonio Holmes catch in the Super Bowl.
Better.
Because that one kind of like was a floater, whereas that one was a bullet. Like, you want to give the credit to Mendo. Oh, he let them on the drive. They were losing to Penn State, who was terrible. They were losing. They were that throw from losing the game. And the rest of their schedule, besides Oregon all year, was fucking terrible too.
Yeah.
Like for all the criticism Miami gets, Miami played a better schedule than Ohio State and Indiana and Oregon. Yeah, that's my opinion. And people, the ACC sucks. No, the teams these guys played were trash. Like you give me Minnesota on a weekly fucking basis, I think Miami's taking them to the dump truck too. Come on now, like it's just so frustrating. And so, you know, I these comments are so. I do think Indiana's going to win the game.
Yeah.
I don't think Oregon's that good, man. I just don't. I'm not impressed by Dante Moore at all. I don't know how he's a projected top 2 pick in the draft. It's beyond my wildest understanding. Like, if the Miami Dolphins, oh God, please, Miami better not draft the quarterback. I'd rather just let Quinn Ewers play QB next year, to be honest.
Quinn Ewers.
I'll let Quinn Ewers find out. And if we're not firing McDaniel to go hire John Harbaugh right now, I'm losing my fucking shit. Because we need to be calling John Harbaugh right the fuck now and fire Mike McDaniel on his.
Why?
McDaniel sucks. That's why. McDaniel sucks. And we got Tua Tagovailoa now saying, yeah, I'd love a fresh start. You mean here or somewhere else? Because I don't think there's any team on earth that's giving you $55 million.
Nobody. No, I looked at every roster and I can't find a place.
Nobody wants that guy.
I can't find a place for Tua Tagovailoa. The only places I found for him, they'll be replacing one small quarterback with another fragile quarterback, and that's Arizona.
Kyler Murray.
So one miniature quarterback who's fragile for another miniature quarterback who's fragile. That's the only team I can, make sense of. I mean, because Oakland, the Raiders, they got a better chance of Las Vegas.
They better trade for Shedeur Sanders.
Trade for who?
They better trade for Shedeur Sanders. The Raiders better trade for Shedeur Sanders. They should have drafted Shedeur Sanders last year. They should have drafted him.
I mean,
the Browns, and you won't have to pay much. He's a 5th round pick, right?
Yeah,
he's a 5th round pick. So what am I giving you for? I'm giving you a 5th round pick, maybe a 4th. I don't have to. Because Deshaun Watson's gonna be the starter. Can we stop? He's gonna start. They're not gonna pay Deshaun Watson $35 million to sit on the bench. Like, it's not going to happen.
He starts next year?
Absolutely. They're not going to bench Deshaun Watson and his 35, what is he making, $40 million a year to not play?
The owner already said he's done with him.
You're not going to, he's got 2 more years to go on his contract, doesn't he?
The owner already acted like he's not on the team anymore.
But the owner didn't even want to draft Shedeur Sanders. The damn GM did. That's why the GM still has a job.
The owner talked about the man like he's not even there. Like, yeah, I made a bad decision.
Well, we all know that, but still, he's still got to pay this guy like $80 million.
But you don't say you making a bad decision about a player while he's still there. God damn.
I like owners like that. I like honest people. Shit, that's cool.
So you just saying that I can't change the narrative. So I'm done. You saying the decision is already bad. That means I can't change the decision because you already made your mind up on the decision.
Prove me wrong, Deshaun. You're here still. I still got to pay your ass. Prove me wrong. Go out and win some fucking games. Stay healthy and don't be a bitch. I mean, I don't know.
They fired Stefanski, right?
Yeah, of course they did. Of course they did.
I seen something in my group chat. I don't know. I just seen they were trying to. Atlanta been trying to get him away already. Did Trae Young get traded today or something? Let me look at my phone.
Trae Young. What's that got to do with the Stefanski deal? What, they traded Stefanski to the Falcons, so the Hawks will send him to fucking the Cavaliers? I told you we should trade Tua to Atlanta and get fucking Trae Young to Miami.
Let's see. Trey Young.
He ain't been. I don't.
Yeah, he traded. They traded him
To who?
to the Wizards.
That was the only
I
place
don't
they
know
could pay
how
him.
that emerged as a.
That was the only place they could pay him. That's why he went there. He wanted
Mm,
to be able to. He wanted to be able to sign a deal wherever he went, and they were the only ones that could pay him the top dollar. So they traded him for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. Oh my God, are you serious?
wow.
Are you serious? That's all they gave up for this dude?
It had to be a
Oh my God.
pick, also maybe.
I'm reading. Oh my God.
Trey Young traded to the Washington.
Miami would have given up like 4 first-round draft picks for this deal.
Man,
That's Pat Riley for you.
I mean, like if we'll get there, we'll dive into that later.
He's having a rough year this year. He's also hurt. I know that.
Yeah, he's been hurt the whole year.
Wow. Wow. All right. Well, yeah, I think Indiana's gonna win. I over Oregon, but it wouldn't shock me if Oregon won. I think Indiana's coached exceptionally well. Uh, I think they have the best coaching staff, because their talent is the worst of the 4 teams. Their
Yeah.
actual talent is the worst of the 4 teams that are playing.
Well, Indiana.
Yeah. Um, Look, at the end of the day, if Miami advances and wins tomorrow night, Miami's winning the national championship. Like,
I already.
there's no way in the world Miami's not
I
going to win.
mean,
Win at home.
I already said it from when playoffs started. I said the winner out of and Ohio State wins the championship.
Well, I believe that too. I believe that too. I'm just.
Trey Young traded. Wow,
Oh my
that was fast.
God, this is too funny, actually. But
No
yeah,
LeBron tonight.
I I know that's what I'm laughing at.
He's 41, bro. His head was just above the rim yesterday, so leave him alone.
Oh, I'm gonna read this. Don't read it. I'm gonna read this later. Okay. I picked what's your I did my prediction score last night on my video, my preview. I just said 38-17 Miami. I think Carson Beck goes big. I think Miami runs for 200 plus yards, and I think Malachi Tony has a monster game, and Miami will be. I think Miami will make. I think Miami jumps out early and makes it real tough. I think the key to Ole Miss is Kawan Lacey. If Miami stops the run, they ain't winning. And
And
that's always the key in most football games. But really, you stop Kawan Lacey, and Miami has stopped the run pretty much all year except for Isaac Brown with Louisville. You stop Kawan Lacey, you win this game, and I think you win it easily. What are your thoughts? Who do you have? What do you have?
31-14, Miami.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah, 31-14. Unless
Pretty much.
Trinidad turns to Trinidad Vic.
Yeah, that's about the only way. Is if he throws for 400 yards, then maybe we got a problem. Maybe we have a problem. But like but they've been shut down. Like their offense has not scored points. Like they've been held down. Like, so this attitude that they're gonna score 38 on us. Like, would they say that if they were playing Ohio State?
No,
Exactly.
they would have said that this game is overmatched. They don't even have their coaches. And they don't even have their coaches. This game is overmatched. Ohio State by 3 touchdowns. Ohio State was they was favored by 9 points over UM.
It was actually initially 11 and a half, and certain books was 11 and a
I
half.
don't, when I saw that, I'm like, y'all have not watched UM this year. And I'm a Florida State fan. If you think Ohio State was 10 points better than Miami, you didn't watch football all year.
So you got 31-14 Miami. Yeah. It's wild. I think this is just if Miami wins the national championship, that game is on Monday.
This city is crazy.
By when the parade, there'll be a parade for sure. Probably by Wednesday or Thursday, I would guess. I would actually go to that parade.
The city crazy. I might come with you, Rudy.
I would go to that parade. Like, I don't do the parades. This one, I will be at that parade.
I don't do parades either, but
my kids will miss school. We are going to the parade.
I done. I'm rooting for y'all, man. But I've been telling
Going
you
to the
that
parade.
I make jokes about UM all the time. But when I'm being honest, I said UM will be one of the top teams. They'll be them or Ohio State, and I won't be surprised if they win. Of course, I'm gonna make jokes, but
Did you hear Caleb Downs say, yeah, if we had played better, we would beat them 9 out of 10 times? I'm like, what are these drugs that these Ohio State guys are on?
yeah, but you
They're on
didn't play.
drugs. They're on
So the
drugs.
one time you needed to play good, you didn't do it
And even his brother said in the podcast, he said to him, dude, you got your asses kicked on the fucking front line.
on the
Like,
front line.
like you don't win games when you're getting dump trucked on the fucking front line. Like that, you're not
So
gonna win. No, in what world have you ever heard, especially in college football?
that's what.
I got the better O line, the better D line, but we're picking the other team.
But and that's when people saying like when I said that Miami has dominated. When I say Miami dominated Texas A&M, and I had people on TikTok,
On the front
you
line.
know,
It was
they're
no,
like, no, the score is only 10-3. I
no, they
said
dominated the game.
domination comes from the line of scrimmage. Miami ran the ball on them, and Miami stopped them from running. When most people talk about domination, that's when man meets man. Like you against me at a lot. Your will against my will. I'm pushing you back, and you're just taking it. You're just taking it. You're just sitting there taking it to the face, taking it wherever you want to take it, whatever body part you want to take it at. That's where you're taking it at from you up. So and then when I said they dominated Ohio. We're talking about the line of scrimmage, and I went out there and I said Mario Cristobal. No matter how bad you talk about him as a coach, he built this team the right way. Most teams who win, you build from the inside out. The O line, the D line, interior, you build that way, and then you go out. Of course, you want good DBs, you want good receivers, you want good skill positions, but if you don't, none of that shit matters if your interior can't hold their own.
I got two more questions, then we move on. Mario Cristobal gets the ball with 17-14 with 6 minutes to go. Is Mario Cristobal not saying to himself, "This is what I built"?
This
And
is
did
the
he
perfect.
not? Did he not when he got to his hotel that night? Did he not just bust the biggest nut of his life, saying, "I told y'all motherfuckers, this is what I was building. This dominating offensive front that would knock the number one defense in the country on its ass to where it
Yeah,
could do nothing. It had no answer. But with a minute to go to let us score,
yeah,
well, we would have scored regardless, but to let us score because the only way they get the ball back was by us scoring. Otherwise, they had the ball with 10 seconds left. But it's like you took their will, you took their soul.
this is what you envisioned.
Like he must have the biggest nut of his life after that game.
Yeah, this is what you envisioned. So when you say you could beat a team 9 out of 10 times, not if you're getting dominated on the line of scrimmage.
And what would make it different from one game to the next? If I'm bet, this is college. This isn't the NFL.
Yeah, like
NFL
there's
teams
games
are
you
all
like.
very even,
In some games you're like, yeah, that team won by luck. Everything went their way. Everything did not go UM
Two
way.
PIs that didn't get called that were clear PIs on Ohio State. We
Fletcher
fumbled
fumble.
the 20-yard line. I mean, what are you talking? Like,
Hold on. You had a first down play
first,
overturned
it was a
with
clear first
no.
down.
I don't know what evidence you got from that play. I was like,
None.
well, they flipped that around. I said, I don't know about that one.
That was the phone call saying keep the game close because we're gonna lose all of our viewership. Because that's what I'm saying. We left points out there that we could have had that game 21-24 nothing at halftime, the way it was going. And I'm again, that's not me. I'm just saying that against Ole Miss, it's 30-0. It's
Yeah.
28-0. Against Ohio State, yeah, they have a shot. Like
Yeah.
you had two PIs that were clear PIs where the DB literally wrapped his arms around the receiver,
Yep.
once on CJ Downs and once on Keelan Marion. And even the commentators are saying like that's pass interference,
Yep.
and they don't call it. And both of them killed drives,
Yep.
like killed opportunities. And it's just like, yo, this is crazy. We're not even getting any calls.
Yep.
I mean, and they're holding Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesdor the whole fucking game.
No.
They didn't call one until the final 8 minutes to go.
True.
And that wasn't even really a hold, actually. The who the guy who got held was the guy right next to Bain, who got completely tackled by two defensive linemen, by
I agree.
two offensive linemen. So it's like if you want to complain about that call, well, guess what? His guy right next to him was actually being completely grabbed.
I agree. I like UM. I like UM to win it.
And final one was
Everybody on my
Does
TikTok, man, go
does
to Come
does
On Now the podcast.